Hey, good morning, everybody. I know a lot of you are in church right now. I actually woke up a little late for church, but no matter. As long as we got the word, church is here. This is a word of the day. This is the first ever Sunday school. We usually don't do these on Sundays, but I'm about to start doing them on Sunday. Working with this camera and the lighting here, so just wanted to go over some things with you guys. Now, a lot of people go places where they're not celebrated. And they have friends, they have family members who don't appreciate them or don't appreciate, what they can bring to the table. And when you got people like that, you got to love them from a distance. Now, I'm not saying don't love your family, don't love your friends, your fraternity members or whatever, but remember what I say is everything is in the mind. You got to love you first before you can love anyone else. So I would try to stay away for those people who are not have your best interests at heart. You got to go where you celebrate it. You got to. You never want to go anywhere where you're just tolerated, people just not liking you, and you just go on, because that brings about low self-esteem. And that's the last thing you need, especially in this days and time, is low self-esteem. If we're going to read this Bible, we're going to read it to be victors, not the victims. And everybody don't deserve to be in your life. Now, if you got an opportunity to help somebody, yeah, but everybody don't deserve to be in your life. And some people would say, they'll try to use angles like, oh, we go to the same church, or we're in the same fraternity, or whatever. They don't, if they constantly disrespecting you and things like that, and you know how I feel about disrespect, they don't deserve to be in your life at all. So what we're going over is to help people go more places where they're celebrated. And that's even in your relationships. If your spouse, your significant other is not celebrating you, I'm not telling you to get divorced or nothing like that, because, I'm not married. So I'm not doing any marriage or relationship advice until I get married. I do it like on a humbug and tell people that you don't dish your race. If you're going to date another race, that's a whole different topic. But we're not going to, go into that, because I'm not a married man, so I don't know how to, give out relationship advice. But I can give you advice on building self-esteem, building your self-worth, building yourself up. That's what I can give you advice on. So we're gonna go into that. Got two scriptures here: Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verses 9 through 12, and Proverbs chapter 27-17. Now, this is showing that people do celebrate you, and you need to be around more of those people. Not only that, to build your self-esteem, but to free yourself of the negative thinking. Because if you're around negative people, that gets on you. And then, like I said, guys, yesterday, the only thing that matters is how you think of yourself, not other people. We give a lot of these people power over ourselves. That's why I don't like titles in organizations. One thing about it is, if you go to any, job, fraternity, whatever, it is always certain people with titles. Now, I'm gonna do a video about that, because titles is cool, because it differentiates somebody's doing the work for a cause. But what these titles do is giving people a lean to disrespect other people. Because you got the title of president, because you got the title of lawyer, the title of doctor. It's a title. You work the title. See these degrees, MBA, that's just a title. That's not who I am in the inside. That's a title. That's something that I, went to school for. Yes, people do respect the titles. They respect the education, because it's a discipline that goes there. But with this title in back of me, do not give me the unction to disrespect people. Now, with great power comes great responsibility. If we have titles, you're supposed to build up people. Strong people lift them up. They don't tear them down. That's a quote that I got from Kylie Muscle. You have to respect everyone. But also, if you're going to get respect, you got to respect yourself. And I respect myself a lot not to be involved with people who don't respect me. I'm not chasing, celebrities or titles and nothing like that. I had titles, I lost titles. I have the title of a CEO now. I got my own company. but I'm not using that title to down other people. I'm using that title to build people up. How can I get more interns? How can I make more CEOs? Because by me and my training making more CEOs, then I become multi-millionaire by making millionaires. That's the mindset. You always got to be building up people. And I'm going places where I'm tolerated at. If I'm not tolerated at a certain church, fine, go to another church. If I'm not tolerated, where I'm going at or my job, not tolerated. Yeah, if I'm not celebrated where I'm going, fine, then that means I gotta change what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do, we're going to get into scripture. I'm juggling the camera. I know y'all guys can see me fine. So first I'm going to go through Ecclesiastes 4:9 to chapter 12. Two are better than one, because they have good rewards for their toil. For if they fall, they will lift up his fellow. But woe to him who is alone when he falls and has no one to lift him up. Again, if two lie together, they keep warm, but one can't keep warm alone. And though man might prevail against one who is alone, two will withstand him, and three for the cord is not quickly broken. Excuse me. So I'm gonna go through this verse by verse. First Ecclesiastes chapter 4:9 to 12. It says two are better than one, because they have good reward for their toil. So you got to be where you celebrate it at, because just like Golden State, strength are in the numbers. And if somebody not celebrating you and they not willing to work with you, then that's an easily broken link. That's an easily broken chain. So you got to go where someone's willing to work with you. Further on in the scripture, for if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. So if a person fall, like, let me ask you a question. The people you're around, if you got a flat tire in the middle of the night, will they stop everything to help you? If you were going through a crisis, would they stop everything to help you? If a family member dies, would they send you flowers? You gotta ask yourself that. Are you tolerated or you celebrated? That's the main thing. So we'll go further into the scripture. But woe to him who is alone when he falls asleep. When he falls, excuse me. Woe to him who is he alone when he falls, he has not another to lift him up. Again, if two lie together, they keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? So they saying, if you alone, or if you don't have good quality people in your life and you fall, who is there to lift you up? If a person just tolerating you, they ain't gonna lift you up. If you cold, and I'm not saying you gotta lay warm, because you can make this thing perverted, but if you cold, if you owe $100 on your gas bill, is that friend gonna lend you that money? You gotta think about this, man. You cannot afford to be where you're not celebrating. Further in the scripture it says, although a man might prevail against one who is alone, two will withstand him, and threefold cord is not quite broken. So if you got two or three quality people that's working together, they can accomplish anything. Now let me ask you this: in your daily walk, are your people that you're around, are you guys a 2 or 3 or 4 code? Can y'all stand together and withhold some of the reins? Can you help someone in a struggle? If you just tolerating people, then you don't need to be around them. But if you celebrating them, you're going to help them whatever they have. What helped me along with what's going on with me and my daily walk with this word is that once I start loving myself and I realized the people who was around me, I had to stop. I was like, you know what? I got to get away. I got to get away from them people. Now, some people I don't talk to, some people I talk to on like a quarterly basis. But I recognized that for years, I would say from the time I was 13 to the time I was 35, no, I would say 34, 33, 34, that's when I started cutting people off. I was hanging around people who didn't even really have a love for me. I didn't love myself enough to be like, they not celebrating you. They just using you. And that goes for family, fraternity, so-called best friends. Everybody got cut off. Everybody did. And if I'm around somebody, that's because God let me to be around them. But at the same token, now I got discernment because I know who celebrates me, who tolerates me. I don't be around the people who tolerates me. I'll be around celebration. But the biggest thing is, now that I'm learning self-love, I'm learning to tolerate myself. I'm learning to love myself. I'm not here to, be the ideal person for someone else. I'm the ideal for me. And I was just realizing, even in my earlier videos, and I was talking about what manhood is, I have to correct that. What manhood is what manhood to you. What's your values that make you a man? Nobody can't give you that but you. Because if you feel in your heart with a conviction about your own manhood, then nobody can take that away from you. The only person that matters what thinks of you is you. If you think poorly of you, it's going to reflect on others, and others going to try to steamroll you. A lot of people manipulate others because they have these titles, and they think these titles is going to, have them control people. And like idiots, you let people control you because of titles, degrees, and accolades. When the word says that you got to go where you celebrate it. Jesus had a great title. Yahshua was the King of Kings. He ain't destroyed people with his title. He built people up with his title. He ain't destroyed people. He ain't go around saying that you can't do. He was going around performing miracles, telling people it was a mental state. Get up, walk to that pool. Get up, woman, heal yourself. Your daughter is made well. When you get home, she will be alive and well. Jesus spoke these things, and people was mad because he gave himself the title, the Son of God. They was mad over his title, but he ain't never flexed that title. A lot of times when he did miracles, he told the people, "Don't even tell nobody I healed you," because he know that people be tripping off of titles. But a lot of these false prophets out here, title apostle, title of pastor, apostle, and also this is the biggest fraud of all. What you call that? Prophetess. Listen, I'm gonna tell you straight up and down. Do not let no one prophesy over your life. You prophesy over your life. You speak apparition over your life. Because what happens is the mind is a powerful thing. And if you start believing in what people say about you, then you're going to be gettable. That's why people go to these psychics. They call these hotlines. They call these whatever mediums and things like that. Because they want some type of validation from someone else. The only way you can change your reality is to change your mind and to change your speech. No one can give that to you. Not even me. I can't come in here and prophesy about your life because I don't live in your shell, which is called a body. I can prophesy over my life. That's it. And that's not sounding selfish. I'm just telling you. But I can help you and teach you and give you the tools, the guide, so you can have a prosperous life. Everybody can have a prosperous life. Just whatever comes out your tongue. It's not what other people say about you. It's what you say about yourself. You gotta go where you celebrate it at and not tolerate it. You gotta go there. I'm sorry, I got a little compassionate. Forgive me, y'all. Got a little compassionate. But stop paying your money to these psychics. Stop paying your money to these prophetess and all these people. Oh, yeah, the word of God said that you're going to meet your husband in 3 years. No, if you speak, you can meet your husband today. You can meet your wife today. You got to speak that into your life. Don't let nobody else speak that nonsense into your life, giving you a time period. I don't understand. I do not understand. Nobody but me can speak into my life. Nobody but me can pray for my life. And that's what the scripture said. The earlier Israelites, and I'm going to get to the last scripture in a minute, but I got to say this. When I read Israelite history, which we are the Israelites, I don't care about what anybody said. You cannot take that title away, because if I speak it out my mouth, I am an Israelite. If you want to say you're a Christian, I said that's fine, because Christian only comes up 3 times in the King James Version of the Bible. But Israelite is everywhere. So if you want to have that title as Christian, I don't care. But don't tell me that I'm not an Israelite. You cannot tell me that. And no, I'm not associated with a camp. I'm going by what the Word of God says. Clearly. No one can take that away from me, because I spoke it. It's my heritage. That's who I am. And that's how you got to think about with everything. But let me tell you something. I almost lost train of thought. Once, you let people prophesy over your life, tell you what you is, tell you that you dumb, tell you that you're stupid. And I hope kids is listening to me. You might have parents. I had parents told me I wasn't going to be what I'm being. But it only matters what I say I am. One little story before I finish the scripture. I had, and I will call out the organization and everything, I had a high school counselor, which was an AKA, told me that I was going to be on a sunken ship and I wasn't going to amount to nothing. Let me tell you the reason why she said this. And this is not me coming at the AKAs. I'm just putting out there that this is supposed to be the fraternal organizations to build up the youth, but yet she was trying to break me down with her words. Because I wanted to go to college. I wanted to, do my essay for Lock Haven University. I was trying to get into Lock Haven University. She was never there, never around. I went to the principal about it. The principal showed me another counselor who helped me get into Lock Haven University. Because I went to another counselor, she was talking poorly about me. She was saying all these things about me. Even when I did my senior project to graduate, she told me, oh, you think that's how it's going to be in college? What you did here is not nothing. She tried to speak death into my life, y'all. This prestigious woman. I ain't even going to say her name. But I wish I could see her now, because you see my wall? What I spoke into my life came to pass, not what she spoke about me. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do. Don't let nobody tell you you're not smart. Stop that. Because of that woman, I became the better version of myself, because I said, no, not me. You got the wrong guy. No disrespect, but I'm going to make it. I went to Lock Haven. I was on a EOP, an Educational Opportunity Program. I had to matriculate into college, y'all. I ain't just get into college. I had to matriculate. I remember Dr. Bird. She was like, out of all the freshman class, you tried the hard. I said, Dr. Bird, I promise you, I'm going to get my degree, Dr. Bird. Dr. Bird believed in me. When I got to college, Dr. Bird was speaking life into me. I was like, I don't know, Dr. Bird. I'm not too good in math. I'm not too good in English. No, son. She said, Tim, you can do anything you want to. You put your mind to it. So I went from this wayward lady at high school telling me I couldn't do to somebody saying I could do it. And Dr. Bird quit because of that incoming freshman class, because they wasn't doing nothing. And I remember she was crying like, look, Tim, this is my last time at this, but I promised her, I don't know where Dr. Bird at now, but I promised her, I was like, Dr. Bird, I promise you, I'm going to get this. She said, yeah, I know you're going to do well, Tim. I wish everybody had your work ethic. And it's good when somebody else speaks into your life, but I had to believe it. Dr. Bird got me to the point where I had to believe I was somewhere where I was celebrated. And when I was in high school, they just tolerated me because I was there and I was in the Philadelphia school system, and they didn't care about education. They just cared about a paycheck at the end of the day. Whereas I met this woman in college who was a doctor, and she cared about the further education of African American males, and she told me that I could get it. I said, Dr. Bird, I'm not going to let you down. I said, Dr. Bird, I am not going to let you down. And I didn't. I don't know where Dr. Bird at, but if she can see this video, she's seeing this is what she spoke into existence. And I'm not giving emphasis to those degrees because the degrees don't make me, I make me. None of those universities did. But something I had to go to Lock Haven. I had to meet Dr. Bird because she celebrated me, y'all. I had to go there. I'm just remembering this story right now. That's God. I just remembering this story. I had to go there. Everybody, my dad, my mom, my uncles, people was telling me I wasn't going to be nothing, y'all. I had to speak that over my life. But Dr. Bird said, you can do it. I said, oh, I need Dr. Bird. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Bird. I won't let you down. I'll keep in contact with you, which I didn't. But she going to see this video. I believe it. She going to see this video. Dr. Bird, I don't even know where she at. I don't know her first name. Because that's how much respect I have for her. I probably can look it up. She was at Lock Haven 2000 EOP program. I had to matriculate in. I had the best grades in the program. When I was going into my freshman year, I got scholarships, y'all. Just because someone spoke a word of admiration. So when I say prophesied over yourself, that's real. A girl I was dating, and I told y'all this story before, saying the way that I write, I was trying to get into Temple University. I was trying to transfer. You'll never get into Temple University, Tim. No, sis, you got the wrong guy. I stopped dating her immediately because you're not going to tell me what I'm going to do. What's that on the wall? You can't see it. That's a Temple University degree. That's a Strayer University degree. My doctorate degree coming soon. What's that on the wall? I was tolerated in that relationship. I wasn't celebrated. I was just tolerated, y'all. I was tolerated. You know? I got my associate's degree. I wound up transferring from Lock Haven, went to community college, got my associate's degree. One of my uncles said, hey, associate's degree ain't nothing. Dude, you didn't even get your high school diploma. What you gonna tell me that associate's degree ain't nothing, y'all? Read them and weep. Bam, right here. Can't tell me this ain't nothing. My grandma died. I gave my first degree to my grandma. I gave this to her. I took it back, because she died. She's not here no more. But I gave this to her. She was so proud when I got this. But people were speaking against me from even getting that. They were speaking against me. I prophesied over my life to get the things I want. From the fraternal organizations I'm in, people said I was going to get in. Got in both. AK Psi, K Psi, bang. Prophesied, y'all. I ain't had no psychic tell me this. I told me this. I'm sorry, man. This Sunday school, I just got a verge, man. Ain't nobody can tell me anything no more because it's up to me to tell me what. So stop letting people tell you your life and you live your life. If it wasn't for Dr. Bird, probably would have been having low self-esteem my whole life. From teachers, the so-called friends, my football coach, Lou Williams. He said, he always called me Little Timmy. Timmy, even though you missed that tackle today, it's your time to shine, Timmy. Timmy, you can do anything. Distinguished man, distinguished gentleman of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity incorporated before I even knew about a Kappa Alpha Psi. Spoke life into my situation. Never forget that. It was beyond football, man. He said, Timmy, you can do whatever you want to do. Don't let, he ain't let my mind limitation to go. If my family was saying this, I had somebody else speaking into my life. But I had to believe it. All these people can speak the good things into your life, but you got to believe it. You got to believe it. Nobody can't believe it for you. You got to believe it. I'm going to go into Proverbs right now before I go into a tangent. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 17. Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. Good, perfect segue. Proverbs chapter 27, 17. Iron sharpens iron, and one man sharpens another. Now, I'm getting a little hot, y'all. That's perfectly said. If you being somewhere where you celebrate it, y'all, they're going to sharpen you. They're going to make sure you the best you ever. You being somewhere that you celebrated, you going to feel like you already have the victory. If you being somewhere tolerated, no one's sharpening you. No one's don't care nothing about you. Matter of fact, they want to see you in that perpetual state of losing. No, anybody that's around me, I want them to win. I want them to win over me. Because I know my blessings is coming. I know what I speak over my life. I want them to believe it. And there you have it. Sunday school, man. So you got to understand who you are. Who you are, what you came here to be. It is better. It gets better, y'all. I don't know who I'm talking to right now. But I just wanted you to know. Be somewhere where you celebrate it at. So you can reach the full potential of your life. Do not be where you tolerate it. God bless y'all. Peace.